It's been over 2 weeks and the people of Ghana are still on the street of Accra protesting against illegal Galamsey activities, trying to bring the government attention to this menace and put a stop to it. However, the president of Ghana, Addo, has said nothing sensible about this. Just recently, he was on France 24, and when he was asked why some of the activists who protested are being arrested, this was what senior man has to say.
Right. Are you concerned about protest movements? We've seen a lot of protests. Some activists were arrested, put in jail. The opposition is saying you're trying to stifle dissent.
I'm not responsible for jailing people in Ghana. The courts in Ghana are independent institutions, and they have been all through this period of the Fourth Republic. People misconduct themselves and they're brought before court. It's for the court to deal with them. That's not a matter.
It has nothing to do about politics.
It has nothing to do with the executive. And their behavior is what lands them in problem with the police and with the courts. It's not the protests. How can the president, who himself, his political career was aided by leading protests, have problems with protests? I don't have problems with protests. And nothing is done in Ghana to prevent people from airing their views on anything.
This was the same president that exonerated Sister Dapa, who hoarded millions of dollars under her bed. You are a president and you can pronounce amnesty for these people to be freed, but no, you are saying, oh, they don't mean cash in found because the law is taking its course. A amount. What I say, a man was saying, be free so. Into no, the best in the year, the best of Shankophobia, who bet my Shanko for a amount. No, and now these people have been giving 70,000 bill. I'm a governor, and 8 others have been giving 70,000 Ghana cedis bill. Can me say that come them match papa because maybe should have now kabuma nation say make me do says canon. And even if that money was available to me say that come could drag come them 6 months I mean them 1 year come I mean them but out of with this canon. Mean just come be am go say. So the vice president of Ghana, Dr. Bawumia, is also gallivanting around. But this time around, he decided to address the illegal Galamsey activities that is destroying our water bodies. Now,
you see what I mean? We are trying to always chase people, but we are not trying to prevent it happening in the first place. So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey, the authority of Ghana, number one, does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error, destroying our environment. There is no data backing where they go. They just go and dig, they don't find, they go to the next place and start digging, they don't find, they go to the next place. But I want us to set up community mining schemes with certainty from the Geological Survey Department that here you have gold. In that case, we can make sure that those who are mining there are regularized. We bring in these gold catcher machines that don't use mercury and make sure that they are not in water bodies. So we direct them and license them into areas so that they do responsible mining, environmentally sustainable mining. That is the way you stop this. But if you don't regulate them, then they will hide to do it at night. And when they feel people are not watching them, that's where they will go. They will get into the water bodies. But we need to regulate them, and we need to also enforce the laws that are already existent in duty. But if we can bring them into the formal sector and direct them into particular areas and say, this area, stay here and mine, and we'll be able to monitor what you are doing. But if you don't provide that alternative, they are going to be always trying to play hide and seek with the law enforcement authorities. So I believe that, I always say prevention is better than cure. That should be our attitude. Let's sanitize this sector. Let's regulate it and let's enforce the law. So once they know, if you go here, you get gold and you are all registered, all of you come with your Ghana card. We register you, we monitor you, we provide you common user facilities. Then there's no need to go elsewhere to destroy the environment. And I believe that is a better way for us to deal with this Galamsey menace as we go.
So what Bawumia they try to talk be say there should be some kind of supervision instead of us protesting against them to stop the mining. It is not good because at the end of the day they contribute massively to our country's GDP. So we should issue the licenses to them, but also supervise them and make sure that they don't come in contact with our water bodies. What I say. So Bawumia they try to talk say all this while if they issue these licenses to these people to engage their Galamsey activities, they don't supervise them. Is that what he's trying to say? Or the law hasn't been enforced? Because the law is there. It's left for the enforcement. What I say, inti na Bawumia they try to talk say sa time ni na more issue licenses to them. I'm not saying so no. Now we need some form of supervision. Is that what he's trying to say? Because sad no can my see video no bear 3 times and I'm still not getting the point. You are a vice president, so all this wow now when him say, you know, supervision should have take place. Like a supervision, it take place like they won't come in contact with our water bodies. Now, as supervisors now, more catch up, say, I'm on supervisor. At the end of the day, do things say they are not equally corrupt as you, Bawumia. Those soldiers, police for now, say I'm sites. Now I'm control no the Galamsey activities. Now I'm gold ni binama transit. Just a few people and they take action. I'm gold ni na transit na mo jam pamamu. What I say, the district police now more areas na Galamsey ekosono amo jiska na mo jam pamamu. It is obiba report say oh amo say na say amo say means you amo say enwia wo forest ni mo campo na mo nye kute because I call no ma amo take crash am ho they let these people go. What I say, police for Kabe Chiamatum. Wow, party people will call them, will call the police department and tell them say amu free amu because they have power. What I say, it is how I say the law should be enforced. Na amu jango pema amu. So why are you telling us today? Oh, say obeba power. And so now be this same who say.
If I do everything now, if I could, what would I do when I come into office?
Oh, okay. Yati. Bawumia, listen. This country is not for you. This country is not for MPP. This country is for all of us. So on my way bar, aboyina. So if you are thinking, say you have, 2 passports, or saying dual citizenship. Intinu say ya obia pa ya bedwana kwa ye be chi watra ha ya fine o man de e bia modi kan ko oyere e be di kan ko but wo ye no betra ha ya because mu na mo kan bi na mo ma eman ebono. You know the right thing but you want us to vote for you to come into power and stand why the right thing. What kind of president are you? Hey, unim de ye ema o mai unim de ye betima gi eman but who say ye voting man ema oba power and sana all be say say and I say and a bit my boy you are a wicked soul, Dr. Bawumia. For you to even have the vigor to come outside to say you think say this is what is going to help us. Hey, you are a wicked soul. Addo country you don't know what they're going for this country because everyone they work with their parochial interests, selfishness, and also. Until they come to power, you don't want to do anything. You are a vice president and you have equal tax as the president of Ghana. The president bet my baby, also bet my baby. So what's stopping you into doing the right thing? Do things like the right thing now. You don't have anything to come and do again. Like a vote amount. But who catch and say, yes, oh yeah, Oba power then look at Addo, Charlie, Edding. This is 22 miles. Charlie, thank you for 3K subscribers. We are on the road to 5K subscribers before the end of this year. Patrol, let me draw her. What I say? This is 22 hours if I new to this channel. I love you all my returning subscribers, all the people where they support me from day one to day, Charlie, and they really they cherish that. It ain't easy to be on YouTube space, and for me to come to this far, it really means that I'm doing something positive. And Charlie, I will continue to give you the back-to-back content. What I say? Peace out.